Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event of the evening, the rematch we've all been waiting for. Fighting out of the blue corner, Stone Cold Steve Moxon.
The champ is here. Yeah, a true champion, never say stop. Yeah, a true champion has discipline. Yeah, knows when to speak, but knows when to be listening. Yeah, let's go. Yo, I get up off the ground, brush the dirt off my clothes. Look around to see I'm outnumbered.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, Tass, the elite Greek Tsitsiras.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Okay, gentlemen, you're both aware of the rules. You have no questions. Listen to my commands at all times and obey them all times. All right, touch gloves now in the last round.
With Hammer, the director of Hammer's Gym 24/7. I'm excited. Ultra Tune is our main sponsor, and we say to everyone that sit down, relax, because this one is going to be an absolute war. Moxon, Hammer, coming off that war with Iron Mike Zambides in June in Greece. How will he be only 8 weeks or so after that big war?
Well, Moxon has had not the best of luck in his last couple of bouts, so he's looking to redeem himself. Tass Tsitsiras, certainly one of the hardest kicking fighters in the division. I've held pads for this guy, and let me tell you, it's been a long time since I've felt anyone kick with the power that he possesses. The hand combinations of Moxon are going to be perhaps the telling difference here. Moxon very sharp and accurate and powerful with his upper body and his punching. Tsitsiras in turn combines well, and at range he's got the height and reach advantage, whether he's able to combine his hands and feet and mould to the rules is going to be what we see as this fight transitions.
Tass's body's really become like a top-notch athlete as well, Hammer.
Yeah, well, he's had an extensive training camp in Pattaya in Thailand with Nick Kara, and of course back with his trainer Bill Mihalakos, and Bill and Tass working extensively on his hand skills, Kara working on his kicks and knees, and conditioning is certainly coming into this one in peak condition. Moxon in turn now, he's a seasoned professional campaigner. He's fought the best of the best. He's not going to be daunted by the task of fighting someone he still considers to be an up-and-comer. You know, talking to Moxon, he doesn't see Tass as being in his league. Well, now he's got to prove it.
And this is a rematch as well. And Moxon, big right hand, and I'm just going to say he was stalking him with that right hand and lands him on the chin.
I'll tell you what, it was just the timing of Moxon. That right hook is the natural, enemy of a left-handed fighter, but he's been dropped before, Tass, as we saw in that war with Jordan Tai, and you can bet that Moxon did study that. He's going to stalk him forward again, look to let that right go. He's going to counter throw the right hand.
Tass is dropping that left when he throws a kick. He's out! It is over! Stone Cold Steve Moxon has done it in the first round in style!
Stone Cold Steve Moxon stalked and landed the shots. We said the hands versus the kicking skills and power of Tass, and it was Moxon landed plumb, the right hook, the natural weapon, an enemy of the left-handed fighter. And unfortunately for Tass Tsitsiras, he was caught cold with that.
He was hurt from that first one. We'll see the replay in a sec. That got him, and when the referee asked if you're all right after the 8 count, he looked at the referee in the eyes, his eyes still weren't focused, Hammer.
He still wasn't right. He still hadn't sort of fully regained his balance and consciousness, and Moxon just planted it and landed it.
And ladies and gentlemen, Stone Cold Steve Moxon just confirms how elite he is in the country once again. And David Ashmore and the Barbarian team would be very, very happy tonight. One, you thought, you know, if Moxon gets a win, it would be amazing, but to get a knockout like that halfway through the first round, Hammer, has stunned this crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the very first round. This fight ended by way of knockout, Stone Cold Steve Moxon.